That one falls, so he hits both of them.
You know, that's the thing with the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, there isn't a team that gives them too much trouble anywhere in the league. They're good at home and on the road. They're used to playing in tight, low-scoring games, and they create that situation with their deliberate style. The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Freak. Green with a screen for Freak. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And again, Memphis no good. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Warriors lead by 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And the Grizzlies, a team that's dealt with their share of tough playoff losses. But, you know, you talked to point guard Mike Conley, and as he told us before the game, he still feels a championship is within reach.
We feel like we're a team that's had to go through a lot of adversity. We've been through a lot of things.
One big reason why not them is what happened to Conley. Greg losing him in the playoffs last year was the biggest adversity they went through. Can you make a case that it just made them tougher, or did it really take something out of them?
You know, Kevin, it's really hard to say. A tough break, obviously, losing Mike, and I mean that literally as well. But their problems did set them back, and maybe they can be just as good as anybody else, but until they are, they're going to have some issues.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
This is almost like a volleyball game when you watch just how many shots they blocked or altered.
Well, how about this? A lot of side outs for them, the way they've swatted shots away. That's a volleyball term, by the way, folks.
Yeah, or handball.
Like or handball.
Either one of the two. They're knocking a lot away.
Yeah.
On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. Maurice Spates out there with Festus Ezeli, and it's Livingston in at the 1 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Curry comes in for Thompson, and Memphis also making a switch. Lights checked in. Now here's Curry. He has 5. Green, the screen. Spates with a screen on Barnes. Iguodala. And again, no good by Golden State. And for Andre Iguodala, last year was a first in 758 games. Up until then, he had not once ever come off the bench.
Yeah, he'd been a starter throughout his 10-year career, every single game, Kevin. And last year he came off the bench in every game. Big adjustment for the veteran, but he made it well.
Now here's Iguodala. Following the miss by Freak, the drive by Iguodala, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
And, Greg, you know how it is. Sometimes it only takes 1 or 2 baskets to get things going. Maybe we're getting ready to pump a little life into this one.
Here's Allen. And he gets the bucket. Allen's got his first points of the game.
Check out these handles. That's rush hour handle. Not midday, not early morning. That's rush hour handle. That nasty spin just froze the defender.
Now, here's Green. 9 points last game. And a wide open look for Iguodala. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Iguodala's got his second bucket of the night. Now here's Freak, guarded by Curry. Over in the corner, Barnes. Allen outside. Here's Anderson. Allen trying to break free. A second chance effort. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Anderson.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, guys, over that last break, I listened to Dave Yeager address his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Marc Gasol. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Here is Livingston. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Curry wide open, and again it's the Warriors missing. Stevenson kicks to Conley. Gasol on the high post. Curry against Stevenson. It's tipped. Here is Livingston. Now the dish to Curry. Down low, the 11-footer. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Here's Conley following the basket by Draymond Green. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Mike Conley. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. Carter outside. Gasol a screen on Barnes. Nobody near Stevenson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Warriors have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Livingston dishes to Barnes. From past the arc. Shot is no good. Good D by Stevenson. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Wright sets a screen for Conley. Gasol a screen on Curry. Off the screen. Gasol no good. Warriors leading by 5. Curry passes to Bogut. Back to Curry. Takes the 13-footer, and that's off the glass and in. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Conley kicks to Wright. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And it's Green missing. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Conley with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Back to Conley. Wright sets a screen. Stevenson outside. 4 on the clock. Back to Conley. Shoots. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got his 3rd rebound on the night. No good. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. The Warriors on top, leading by 5. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat. Everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it tonight.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, one of those intangibles you always look to.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
All right, listen closely, man. I've got a few things to touch on. We're going to turn this from a close game into our game. The amount of scoring we got from close range was great. Keep looking to make those quick fire entry passes. It's hard to argue with a bunch of layups and 6-footers. I do like that we limited our turnovers. We weren't careless with the ball or making unforced errors, so kudos for that.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5 for Dave Yeager. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Conley out there with Lance Stevenson. And it's Carter in at the 3 slot.
And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim? And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBucket.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan gentlemen, Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
The first one falls.
And Marc Gasol surprisingly nimble for a 7-footer. He really moves his feet well at both ends of the floor.
No good on the second free throw. And when you look at Marc Gasol now versus when he came into the league, remarkable how that body of his, Clark, has transformed.
Kevin, he changed his diet and he dropped a bunch of weight. Believe it or not, he even grows vegetables at his house. He's really gone all in on the transformation of his body.
Clark, good information.
Yes, sir.
How'd
That's
you
what
know
we
all
do.
that stuff?
That's what we do here.
Woo.
Info and entertainment.
Oh. Here's Conley. Andrew Bogut making his last shot. Randolph, a screen on Thompson. Conley dishes to Randolph. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Randolph's got his second basket of the night.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Green against Randolph. On the wing, Thompson. 7 points in the game. Shoots a fader. And it's Gasol with the rebound.
Move it.
Gasol's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Conley against Thompson. Randolph sets a screen for Conley. Dishes to Randolph. And it's sent back by Bogut. But they'll get another chance. Conley inside the line. Not enough on that one as it misses. Warriors leading by 6. Curry with it. He's got 10 to the middle and finished off by Bogut.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Stevenson after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Randolph, a screen on Thompson. Here's Conley. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Conley's got 8 points.
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Outside Randolph. Carter with it. Guarded now by Barnes. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Golden State. Bazili comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Barnes. Memphis also making some changes. Chris Anderson is checked in for Gasol. Barnes comes in for Vince Carter. And Allen subbed in for Lance Stevenson. Now here's Allen. No luck. Excellent D here by Iguodala. Curry against Conley. Passes it to Iguodala. Takes the three. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Move it.
Randolph's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Conley kicks to Allen. Outside Randolph. Iguodala against Barnes. Picked by Randolph. Here's Conley. Warriors with the rebound. Iguodala outside. To the middle. Deflects the pass. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates comes in for Green. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. The Grizzlies also making a change. JaMychal Green. He's
Walking out there on defense, and it's been that way, guys, ever since they came out of the halftime locker room.
And remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
Now here's Iguodala. Following the miss by Tony Allen. Thompson inside the line. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Outside Conley. There's a minute left to play in the 3rd. That shot wide open.
Get some stops.
Anderson's got his 2nd basket. And Klay Thompson, born into an athletic family. His father, the former #1 overall pick in the NBA draft. And Clark, his mom, was a Division I volleyball player.
And, you know, Thompson, despite those genes, was not a highly recruited player out of high school. Grew up in UCLA's backyard, but ended up playing college ball at Washington State.
Now here's Conley. He's got 8. Anderson passes to Allen. Now the feed to Conley. Pass to Anderson. The Warriors pull it in. Bazili's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Thompson outside. Shoots from the line. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Warriors lead by 9. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the 4th. And so here's Memphis. They trail by 9 points. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Curry in at the 1. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Boy, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance, leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
And Wright kicks to Conley. Launches a 3. No good. Warriors leading by 9. Here's Thompson. He dishes it to Barnes. And stolen by Wright. Now Conley. Gasol passes to Stevenson. Over to the left wing. Conley dishes to Gasol. Stevenson outside. Shot clock at 6. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Andrew Bogut. Well, you knew things would be different for Lance Stevenson out of Indiana, but it wasn't in a positive way at all.
Yeah, he really struggled to find a role with Charlotte, the team he signed with. Remember, he was more of the point forward, had the ball in his hands in Indiana. Not the case with Charlotte, and also rumored to be traded all last season.
And that one falls for Stevenson.
You know, for Stevenson, he saw a regression in almost every part of his game last year. Ended up riding the bench down the stretch.
Zach Randolph's checked in for Memphis. Carter comes in for Michael Conley. And Stevenson drops them both.
And for Stevenson, it's really hard to readjust to a new system. I mean, he still has all the tools he had in Indy, so he could be a bounce-back candidate this year and beyond.
Now here's Barnes. Feeds it to Thompson. Hands it from downtown. And the Warriors lead by 10.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Nice shot by Randolph. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Green, good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they struggled and are in such a hole.
Now here's Stevenson. From 11 feet away, pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
He can be a matchup nightmare if he can get it in the paint.
Curry kicks to Green. He feeds it to Thompson. And it's Bogut atop the key. Shot from 16. Green, the pass to Bogut. Over Stevenson. No good from Bogut.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Allen with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Stevenson dishes to Randolph. No good. Nice D from Bogut.
And not a night he's going to want to remember. Just not really able to score the basketball.
Barnes kicks to Curry. Stolen by Randolph. To the paint. Here's Gasol. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Now we know that Marc Gasol was one of the most sought-after free agents this past summer. Clark all along most figured he'd be back in Memphis.
Yep, a winning team, max dollars. And don't forget now, he went to high school in Memphis while his brother Powell played there. Right, he's where he belongs.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Marc Gasol.
Marc Gasol, a first-time All-Star starter last season. He and his brother Powell both starting in that game. The first time that's ever happened in league history, and having both those guys go head-to-head.
And so Gasol nails them both.
Oh, listen, no doubt you could argue Marc Gasol is the best center in the league right now. I mean, this guy does it all. Defends, rebounds, passes, scores. I mean, he's also a great teammate. They all love him. And to me, that matters in the big picture. When you're talking about developing chemistry and trust, sometimes the difference between winning and winning it all is whether or not your teammates like you.
Mike Conley's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And so here's Memphis. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Conley's shot is off.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Thompson passes to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's 13 points for Steph Curry.
That's been their bread and butter in the second half. They've really knocked down their long-range shots.
And as hot as they are, no need to play conservative. Keep firing away.
Now here's Randolph. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Gasol.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Conley against Curry. Kicks it to Thompson. Over in the corner, Green. 6 to shoot. Kept alive.
Well, that's another good rebound for him. Hasn't mattered at all that he's given up some inches to a few of the other guys on the floor.
Allen dishes to Randolph. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth. Conley against Barnes. Gasol kicks to Randolph. Trains it from 9 feet away.
Get some stop.
Now just a 5-point Warrior lead.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Now here's Thompson. Over in the corner, Green. Again, the miss by Green.
If he can improve on what...
So a close game sees Memphis take this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to, with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?